Hello there, I'm Sam. I will be talking about the key codes and generic conventions in comedy and horror. Comedy, a genre favoured by a lot of people and a very vast genre. Comedy is very popular but is also one of the difficult genres. But there are some things that stand out, such as slapstick. Slapstick was very important during the silent film era. Comedy actors such as Laurel and Hardy and Charlie Chaplin are very good examples of slapstick actors. A modern slapstick movie would be The Mask, because he gets kicked in the testicles and he gets walked over without getting hurt. Slapstick is a very simple form of comedy, but it can be used very well and used in different forms to emphasise the comedy involved. This genre uses a lot of dialogue. The comedy genre uses a lot of dialogue gags that relate directly to the visual on the screen, like in this short clip of Bottom, for instance. These kind of gags occur because what is said normally involves something humorous that is happening on the screen, or something that comes in the shot on the screen involves humorous gags that are being said. I think that this is used a lot in British comedy a great deal. Another thing used a lot in comedy is irony. If this is used at the right point during a comedy production, it can have a great effect on the audience and be very funny. Mise-en-scene is used a lot in comedy in different ways depending on the style of comedy, because slapstick uses a lot of props and items in the sense to portray the humour more effectively to the audience, whereas comedy films such as Adam Sandler films uses a more vague, discreet form. I do think horror is one of my favourite genres, as some movies are made well and have a good plot with good characters. There are also a lot of different kinds of horror movies. There are thriller horrors like Nightmare on Elm Street and psychological horrors like The Fourth Kind. Mise-en-scene is used a lot in horror. In most horror movies there is dim lighting to give off the spooky nature of the genre. There is always a dark, gritty location that is used. Mise-en-scene is something visual that can be seen in the screen, but also relate to the storyline or the dialogue that is being used a lot in the scene. There are very obvious generic conventions in horrors that are normally dark and gory, with a damsel in distress as the main character and an insane person as a villain. In horror there is a lot of tense music in the background.